Hey, how you doing? My granddaughter showed me how to get onto uh, YouTube, how to go ahead and uh, produce a video, and she told me 2 nights ago, and I'm brilliant. I'm absolutely brilliant. I forgot about it. I mean, I forgot what she told me, so I'm going back to do it the way I did before, and I don't realize that I went on live. Guess it doesn't mean anything. Was nobody's really going to say too much. I don't think anyway. And tonight I'm coming to you from a little house in Florida. I got all kinds of stuff on here. Like that shirt, my granddaughter designed it. It used to be gamer, when you play games, bap, 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 bap. She made a dog out of it. Pretty neat. Of course, I got my Phillies hat on. Gotta have a Phillies hat. I have to start this with a Phillies hat. So this is Vincent. The very old man. I'm not talking about my mind. Of course, it's getting there. It's getting to that very old stage because I do forget a lot. I hope try not to forget too much. But nevertheless, I'm just going to show you a few of these hats. Has been my practice in the last 3 or 4 videos. So this is the Phillies hat, and I got to fix my hair. You got to look nice. What a joke, huh? That's my Phillies hat. And I did mention to you before, and I don't even want to put this on, it's pretty ratty. Anaheim Dykes. Anaheim, not the Dykes, my lord. There might be Dykes in Anaheim, but they don't wear this hat. These are the Anaheim Ducks, right? And they play hockey. Again, this just, I don't know where it comes out of the walls, out of a suitcase maybe, but Anaheim Ducks. Don't know how I got it, when I got it, but I know I do have it. But it's ready to be trashed, I think. That's Anaheim Ducks. And uh, somebody was getting married, our family in California, and it was quite hot, and it was going to be an outside wedding. So he said, "Oh, geez, you need to go get a hat. You need a hat. You could be out there in the sun, you'll get sunstroke. You're a very old man. Remember that. So look at this bald head, okay?" So we went to some cheap place, and lo and behold, I was ready for the wedding. And if I wasn't, it wouldn't make any difference because they got married anyway. That's it. Love the hat. Cool dude. And this hat I never wore. I never know. I don't know how I got it, but it was bought for me maybe by one of my grandchildren. It says genuine antique person. Now, is that a nice thing to give as a gift? I don't think so. I don't. Do you? Antique person? Look at the back. Been there, done that, can't remember. If I've been there and I've done that, I'm certainly going to remember. I remember it now. Now, next week may be a different story. Maybe that's when I start wearing this hat. When I can't remember, I'll leave a note for my wife. I start wearing this hat. Genuine antique. And this hat is, my father was born in this wonderful place. It's called Agnone. Agnone is in Italy. It's on the east side near the heel, not the boot. Okay, boot is going towards Sicily. The heel is going towards Bari. It's essentially, but it's up in the mountains. But when you get down into the water area, when you get further east, you're at the Adriatic, and it was a beautiful town. We visited maybe 15, 18 years ago, and what I got out of it is new cousins, nice people, and This hat. Forza Agnone. I mean, I guess it has to do with soccer because they're pretty big with soccer and skiing and stuff like that. But it's a hat that I will keep with me as a remembrance of the town my mother and father were born, and I love both of them. But an amazing thing, they were only about 6 years apart, and it's not a big town, but they never knew each other. They may have bumped into each other when they were in Agnone. Agnone is in a county or an area called Abruzzi, back in the early 1900s when they were there. My father was born 1905, and at 16 he came to this country, and but they were both born in Agnone. Both never met each other, but they met each other here in Philadelphia. So I will keep this hat as a remembrance of my mom and dad. I think that's enough with hats, don't you? I still got more coming out of the woodwork. Uh, but my subject tonight is about gambling and especially older people. And should we gamble? Or actually, gambling is just one of the things that I mean, I like to do it. I like to gamble. But in here in Florida, we have, I may have mentioned it to you, we have arcades. There are stores in retail strips, in strip shopping centers. And people open them up. They have uh, a lot of different gaming slot machines, internet games, and so on. And that's to keep a lot of us from going stir crazy if you just have to stay in a house. I mean, I guess you could go to the movies and different things like that, but I think gambling, and if you don't spend a lot of money, you're going to go in there with 15, $20 or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. To me, it's a lot of fun. You don't always win, but when you win, it's good. I mean, if you go to movies, you're going to spend more than that. Uh, if you go drinking, maybe a lot of people like to go to a bar, and but when you get very old and very old, sometimes I guess if you're buying people drinks, they'll like you. I don't know. I don't drink. I'm sorry. Doctor told me once, you got a fat liver. I never knew I had a fatty liver. I don't even know why it's fat. Maybe because I'm fat, but I got a fatty liver. What else is fat? My wife's called me a fathead. Do I have a fat head? I have thin hair. That's a good thing, positive. But when you get older and you're 70, 75, 80, 85, there's things that you were doing at a younger age. Maybe you were golfing a lot and you played softball. Maybe you played a little basketball. Then slowly, physically, you're not able to do those things. So you have to do something. You got to keep your mind active. So uh, here's in the book in the AARP, this month's book. This month's book. It's got Martin Short in front of it right there. It's does it give it the date? No, but they do show what a lot of old folks were involved in with social media, Twitter, YouTube, such as I'm doing right now. Um, keep your mind active. I mean, you never know; you might have something to um, give out to the public. It's international, so you might have something that is of interest to people. Well, so far, apparently nobody's too interested because I'm not getting a lot of views. But sometimes it happens. My daughters looked at it, My daughters looked at my previous ones, and I didn't get rave reviews. I mean, they were raving, but they weren't rave reviews. I got one from one daughter says, uh, entertaining. If you say entertaining, I guess it doesn't mean too much. And one of them didn't even write a comment. She just put like a blue hand up, like, I like it. I don't know what part she liked. I called them up. I said, geez, I'm surprised. I thought you'd give me at least a B plus or something. And both of them came up and said, well, we like the part with the hats. Well, that wasn't the main part. Not what I'm talking about. So let me get to the why I like to go to a store and a strip shopping center and throw some money into a slot machine and hope I win. But that's not the only reason I go. I go for the comradeship. I go because you socialize. I go because you're able to speak to people. You know, if you're just in a house and if you're alone or if you have a dog or a cat, an animal to keep you company, you know, that's nice. But sometimes you want uh, human intercourse. I mean, verbal. Watch it now. Don't start thinking evil. You know, it's not good. Well, it's good. I'm only kidding. But uh, think people share ideas, political ideas, um, financial ideas, personal things that sometimes they wouldn't do that if they met you at Publix or met you at Walmart, met you at some store at Sam's or Lowe's. I mean, they're not going to stop to you and say, you know what my daughter did? I can't believe she did it. But she did. Or they'll come and say, my granddaughter just graduated from a very uh, illustrious college, great degree. Am I proud of her? They don't will not stop you. But in arcade, you're talking to people. You're talking to your neighbor on either side, and you're having fun. Wow, look at that! I just won 40 cents or whatever, you know. But tonight I was there. I came back a couple hours ago, and I talked to 4 or 5 people, and I said, "Why do you like to come here?" And one person, who's an older woman, says, "I like to look at the men." Everybody has a reason to come. And one other person, actually two other people said the same thing. They like the comradeship, the socialization, the getting out of the house. And one person said loves to get out of the house and whatever things they're thinking about it, it's a relaxing time. So you're putting 10 cents or 15 cents or 20 cents, to play the slot for each game. And they say, I don't think about things at home. I don't think about things that I'm concerned about when I step inside the kitchen. I got to write a check to so and so, and my taxes are due. And since we're in Florida, our insurance is due. Insurance rates are crazy. They're crazy. They're insane. Even though you haven't collected anything in 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 years, they just keep creeping up like all other insurances and whatever. And like the food, just creep, 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 creep. That is pretty creepy, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. So I don't know what you like to do. It would be nice if you um, just write a comment. Say, what do you like to do? How old are you? How old? Say, I'm 65. This is what I'd really love to do. Okay, that's great. And people that are older, when you can't do those things that you were able to do at 65, what do you like to do? It'd be great to let other people, uh, that might watch us that are in the very old stage or the extremely old stage to know what's on their mind and what's on your mind. I think it's great. You should do that. But uh, I just want to, my children say I talk too long. I think if you believe in a creator, it gave you so many words or vowels or whatever. So you better get them out. I didn't show you this hat. This I call the everyman. Excuse me for doing this, but it's sitting there on a table. This is the everyman hat. I don't know what that means, but it looks like it belongs to a guy who paints. Somebody had came to the house and said, "You want me to paint your walls?" And I said, "No," but he gave me a hat, or I stole it. I don't remember. But that's the everyman hat. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Now, if he came in with a real nice hat, I might have said, "Yeah, I think I need my steps painted or my driveway painted." But this is what I got. Eh, You like that? I don't like it. So I just want to kind of end this on something that I wrote. I told you I wrote a lot of things. This is my first edition, Wit and Wisdom, not my wit and wisdom. It's supposed to be my wit and wisdom. I don't have wit and wisdom. I have my own thoughts in my own head. I don't call them witty or wise, but nevertheless, my friend put it together, and he does that look like me? It's a while ago. So he put the book together and gave it to me as a gift, which was wonderful. I really appreciate him for that. But this is when at one time, they closed all these arcades. Maybe 5, 6 years ago, they closed them. They just said, um, Florida has a lot of casinos. A lot of them are in the South, Miami area and a little bit further north, and they're run by the, can I say Indians? I guess I go to say Native Americans. They run them, and they pay a lot of taxes to the state. But I don't think they like these small arcades all over. I mean, people spend money, okay, and a lot of widows spend their husband's money. Make sure I'm not going to leave too much. But I wrote this at that time, and I want to read it to you, and I hope you like it. It's again at the time when they were closing these arcades, and a lot of us that were into it and were enjoying ourselves were kind of miffed and said, "My God, what do we do now? Go to movies? I don't know." Anyway, this is called Gray Skies at the Arcade. And again, I'm going to read it from this. Gray skies, low dark clouds, rain spewing forth from time to time. Political sages in Tallahassee, state capital of Florida, many smell of slime. Some elderly folks in where I live awaiting results on a vote. April 4th, 2013, the Senate passed a bill not to keep the arcades alive. Hey, old folks, they were saying, do something else with your time. We don't want arcades to thrive. You're having fun. So what? Play shuffleboard like you're supposed to. Ladies go home knitting needles. Go buy them and knit. Make some quilts. Crochet some socks. Men, go fishing. Wait, the fish in the lagoon are sick. So get rid of weeds and rock. We can't have you enjoying yourselves doing what you choose to do. Go out, enjoy the sun, but not too long. Cancer. Go inside, drink some brew, play cards, watch the news, a football game. Old timer, you got what it made. You got it made. Plenty to do. Keep busy. Keep your money. No need for your arcade. Political sages in Tallahassee. Don't tell me what to do. Don't try to persuade. It's my life, such as it is, my time, such as it is, my way, such as it is. Choices made. I choose to spend my time, even asleep, at the arcade. And a year or so later, they rescinded the bill that they had passed, and we were able to open the arcades again, much to our glee, and sometimes to a lighter pocket. So uh, I guess I should say goodnight. I hope I could get off of this in a easy fashion. So uh, don't forget, everybody, hate 4 letter word. Don't don't even think about it. Love is a 4 letter word. A 4 letter word, not a letter word, a letter word. Uh, So think love, Don't think hate. Love your neighbor. Be kind to everybody. And be good to yourself. Be good to your family. Be good to yourself, especially. So until next time, arrivederci. I hope I could close it. If I don't, you'll just see me moving around here. Okay? Thank you. God bless you.